birth doula provides informational, emotional, and physical support to women and families throughout their pregnancy, birth, and postpartum period.
That doulas are part of your family after you have a baby. They're not just someone that's going to pop into your life for the birth and disappear. They are a continuous support system throughout your postpartum experience. Via postpartum doula work, have your doula come back to your house and help you with your laundry, let you take a nap, help you with breastfeeding or formula feeding or however, because there's so many choices and there's so much research out there that's going to tell you to do it this way or do it this way when you have to figure out what works for your family.
My doula Bethany really did a great job of helping me adjust to having a new child in the house.
A doula helps her clients gather together as much evidence-based information as possible so that they can feel confident and comfortable making the decisions about how they would like their birth experience to go. And then she, in an unbiased and not judgmental way, supports her clients in those decisions.
You have more choices involving your labor, your birth, and those first few precious hours after your little one is born than you even know.
So when I was about 35 weeks pregnant with my third baby, I was experiencing some labor pains while my husband was away on a 2-week business trip. And I was nervous, having not ever experienced labor pains that early. And so I made a call to my midwife, and then my second call was to my doula. She came over right away, and as per my midwife's orders, I got in the bath and I tried to relax as much as possible and drink water. And Nicole sat in the bathroom with me for about 3 hours, and we talked while the pain started to subside. But I was still a bit nervous even after they started to go away, and she stayed throughout the night with me, and we talked, and she kind of talked me through it, but beyond just talking me through what was going on in my body, we talked about other things to get my mind off of it, and I feel indebted to her for helping me get over that hurdle.
And how do you cope with this intense experience of labor and birth? Childbirth education is key. It really equips you with the knowledge that you and your partner need to enter into this marathon of labor and birth, and really this exclamation point at the end of your pregnancy and the beginning of a beautiful chapter of parenthood.
Having a doula, for me as the dad, was really great. Being a working dad, it helped a lot with, transitioning to having a new child. We had a doula for our second and third child. For the second child, the doula was really, really good at helping us go along with the plan that we had for the birth plan, especially like dealing with all the nurses in and out of the room and the doctors and everything else. So that was really good.
So my husband and I got together and we sat down and we talked like what was going to make this my birth and not someone else's birth.
During the labor and birth process, a doula provides continuity of care. She is with her clients throughout the entire experience. From the beginning of labor, when she provides phone and text support to her clients, and then a face-to-face presence as the work of labor becomes more challenging. A doula creates a web of nurturing support that enables a woman and her support team to fully embrace and enjoy the experience of their birth.
After I found out I was pregnant, the first phone call I made was to my husband, and the second phone call I made was to my doula. I think that he needed her just as much as I did. I'm not sure that he realized at the time, but he was just as nervous as I was, and even though he's an incredible support and read all the baby books and watched all the videos alongside me, he, when the time came, wanted to support me the best way that he could. And my doula really helped guide him in that
The
way.
thing I was most nervous about with giving birth to my second child is how my first child was going to feel. He had never been with anyone else, so when we went to the hospital, that was, really something my doula helped me adjust to and help me to stay relaxed and assure me, that everything was going to be okay. And then with my third, she threw me a blessing way party to welcome me into motherhood, of being a mother of 3 children. And it really made me feel loved and blessed and just happy to be a mother.
For our third child, the doula was there to really help us along with me, being at work in between the time while the child was being born, having to check in with work and do things like that. It really helped out a lot. So having a doula is a great thing, whether, most guys don't realize, but yeah, it's good for the whole family.
A doula can truly support a family, easing the transition of welcoming their newest family member so that they can feel confident, comfortable, and empowered in their childbirth and parenting decisions.
For me, hiring a doula was the final icing on the cake to solidify that this was my birth.